am Artist, and today we will attempt another classic art challenge, painting but I'm not allowed to see colors. So to do this challenge, I went to setting and then accessibility and then color filter and turned that on. And now we are only able to see things in black and white. Also, I found some other color filters in there as well, like for different kind of color blindness, So at first I thought this could be some fun painting challenges as well. And I initially wanted to ask if you guys wanted to see them, but well, because of some, technical issues that I didn't aware of at the time, we kinda couldn't do them. And I will talk about those issues later in the video, but for now, this will be set aside temporarily. And let's talk about the subject of today's challenge first, which was these little tomato pieces. So why tomato? It was because I really wanted to do some tomatoes for the last video about picking colors, but unfortunately, it didn't turn out too good. Like, I severely underestimated how complex the details in that reference was, even though the colors were so insanely pretty. Like, I love those colors so much, like so much. But anyway, the tomatoes weren't looking too well, and at the time I couldn't really find any other okay looking tomatoes, so that's the reason why we had the ice cream like that for the last video. But that doesn't mean my sudden obsession with tomatoes stopped there. No, I finally found this one, and it's a tomato that is cut in half, which technically is quite different from all the little baby tomatoes that are still on the stem, on the tree, like tomato tree is so kind of wrong, isn't it? Maybe tomato plant. Yeah, that sounds a little bit better. Anyway, the point is it's still tomato and it looks pretty, so I will paint them today. Which, by the way, did I show you the non-black and white version? Like, no? So here it is. And I just really enjoy how the colors look, which actually were kinda, ironic, because today we will be painting them just like this, like black and white non-color. So, Anyway, coming back to the topic. So before starting, I was actually feeling quite confident. And this is a little bit embarrassing to say, because I was like, oh, I think I do know pretty well where all the colors are on the color wheel. Like, what if thing wasn't too exciting because I knew exactly where all the hue and stuff were? Should I pick the color randomly with my eye closed or something like that? Like, to spice it up even more, And then when I turned the filter on, and all of my memory started to slip away, like fast. Oh my god, this is just really embarrassing. Like, having all of those arrogant thoughts just to look at the black and white screen and totally forgot where everything is. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, well, not exactly everything. Like, I do remember some colors, like the lightest one over here is yellow. I am pretty sure about that. And below that is red. Yeah, but other than that, all the other colors started to feel like they were morphing and then melting into each other in my brain. And anyway, in order to make things look a little bit more fun and exciting, and based on this hazy memory of the color wheel, I did purposefully avoid the red area and choose colors somewhere else. Because, this is a challenge, so I want the thing to be a little bit unexpected. Like, wow me please. Or at least that's my goal, Yeah. Anyway, I picked 4 colors, well, technically 4 values, and then I started to work from there. Also, partway through the study, I added one more value in there to act as the super highlight, because these highlights on the tomatoes are literally the highlight of the whole painting. So they needed to be special, like extra bright. And pun not intended, by the way, my vocabulary is just poor. Anyway, do you remember that in the value video I said that I didn't like the usual black and white study because it was, boring? Well, at the time, I actually didn't remember that I have never done any black and white study digitally before. Like, of course, I did it a lot on paper with pencil and stuff, but never once on the computer. So maybe I shouldn't really talk about it like that because, I haven't even tried the study, so why could I assume that it is boring? So today is kinda the perfect chance to give this kind of study a try. And now, when past me was in the middle of painting this piece, how do I feel about this? And actually, it was kinda peaceful, like especially when my life was pretty hectic these days. So only having to deal with black and white like value actually felt like a little nice break from my brain, which was pretty relaxing to be honest, and I enjoyed it. But this doesn't mean I totally went against my first opinion. Like the fact that there isn't much stimulation in this kind of study still stays true, only that the circumstances, which is like my brain and my life changed. So, context matters. The same thing could make you feel totally different when putting it into different context. Like the lack of stimulation is boring when there isn't much going on in my life, but it's peaceful when there is too much going on. So, a very important thing to remember, in my opinion. Maybe something I should remind myself a little bit more often too, yeah. Now let's talk about the technical issue I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So as you might or might not know, I usually use the screen recorder that comes with Windows to record my screen. And I also used the black and white filter from Windows for this video as well. And I thought the recorder was just recording what I was seeing on the screen like usual, like as in recording everything in black and white. But after I was done and went to check on how the recording looked, I found out that it recorded everything in colors. Like for some reason it just totally ignored the filter and stuff. So yeah, the footage you are seeing right now on your screen wasn't how it originally looked. It was restored using the saturation setting in Blender, and this setting here is kinda aggressive when it comes to black and white stuff. Like it flattens all the different hues on the color wheel into one single value, as you can see on the screen right now, which is not how it should look with a normal black and white filter. So this is not what I was seeing when I was painting the tomatoes. What I was seeing looked something more like this. And you can see that there are some value differences between the hues on the color wheel over there. So that's the reason why I couldn't, do the other types of color blindness challenge, like the red and green and all that kind of stuff, because it just isn't gonna record the filter anyway, like my screen recorder. So until the day I find a way to solve this problem, I don't think we can do those type of challenge. And also if you guys wanted to see those challenges, of course, yeah, that's the most important thing. And by the way, I think this can be solved with some external recording software like OBS or something like that. I think this happened because they are both from Windows, so they kind of bypass the filter. Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. So now we are almost done with painting this baby. And to be honest, at this point I was pretty nervous about how the painting would look with colors, because I saw the little cursor on the color wheel be jumping around this part a lot, which from memory I think it was magenta. And I couldn't really imagine how a magenta tomato would look, even though I know as long as the value looks good, things will be okay. But still, magenta tomato, yeah. So anyway, let's take a look at how this turned out, shall we? Oh? So please allow me to interpret all of these Minecraft villager noises into something a little bit more understandable. I think this was gonna be a lot more out there. I didn't really expect how normal it looked. And normal as in a not very positive meaning kind of normal. I thought me is a more daring person than this. Frankly, this is a little bit disappointing. I'm sad, just a little. But that's okay. Not everything I do needs to be super fun and exciting all the time. I can be a little bit disappointed every once in a little while. And just a little, not too much. For now, let's just see how the tomato came to be in colors, shall we? So yeah, that was the black and white challenge. What a humbling experience. Hopefully it was enjoyable to watch though. Anyway, if you like what I do here, you can consider supporting me on YouTube membership or Ko-fi. And as always, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you have a great day/night ahead and see you later.